All right, guys, we have patch notes. This is kind of changing up some stuff. So basically what they wanted to do about this patch, it seems, is that they wanted to have characters that were struggling a little bit, try and help them out a little bit. They said already right here, most of these focus on Jamie and Ryu. Just getting out of the way right then and there. They want to make sure that like those characters can actually do better. They try to weaken some stuff about other characters like JP Ken specifically, because they felt that they were kind of a bit too strong. So, and also they changed some other characters too, but mainly it's to the characters who are very good and the characters who weren't performing as well. As you guys can see, Luke, Jamie, Ryu, Ken, Zangief, Chun-Li, Deejay, Dhalsim, Blanka, Manon, JP, Rashid, and A.K.I were the only ones changed. I try to get, especially on the build that, that I was playing on during Cup, I try to figure out if there's any Juri changes. And some people say that, you know, this got changed to pushback. Probably because maybe this, you can't really do this anymore. I don't believe you could in a previous build, but I could be wrong. But it may seem like maybe this has a slight bit more pushback. Maybe it was a stealth nerf. But you can still do stand medium punch, stand light kick, stand medium punch, stand medium kick. You can still do, you know, this. You just do like that. So I'm not finding much changes with her. Like I don't see no feng shui changes. But I think that Juri got no changes. She was unaffected by this. I think this is not focused on everyone. If you guys are Juri mains and everything, I think we're still good. The stonks are still high. We are clearly not broken, unlike Ken and JP out here. So they changed some stuff on all the fighters. You know, they fixed some issues and everything like that. Really, one of the issues I was trying to see if it was actually like they fixed it was they fixed an issue with players performing a drive rush at the same time. One player's moving 1 frame slower. Assuming what they're kind of talking about right here, like something like this. So basically what this, I think this happened is like, if you did a drive rush at the same time as your opponent did a drive rush, for some reason, I believe it was first player always wins if you both drive rush at the same time. I probably can't replicate this really good, but essentially I'm assuming they're trying to fix a idea of you both drive rush, but because your own player or whoever the first did it wins automatically. I think they're trying to make sure that like you guys are even, so whoever has like the faster normal. I'm assuming that's what happened. All right, let's go with the main man himself. Got your medium punch, of course, a good old tried and true. 3 frames of recovery added when the attack misses. The size of the fear box between frame 6 to 24 has been extended. The size of the arm hurt box from frame 19 onwards has been expanded. So this, I believe, now has, I think it had what, like 22, 21 frames of recovery. The amount of times you've seen Luke do this, pretty much a good amount. But I still think you'll see a lot of this because the 3 frames can matter almost sometimes little to nothing. It's like, I'm gonna do it again. I feel like this change was like needed, but it's one of those just like, I'm gonna do it again. Aerial flash knuckle. The landing recovery from this move when performed at the peak of the jump and misses has been extended by 7 frames. Change the trajectory from when this move is performed at the peak of the jump and misses. The size of the fear box has been expanded from frame 16 to the end of the move. No changes have been made to charge version. So, I do believe they're talking about like this. Like, you know how sometimes Luke players will just be like, I'm out. I think they may want to like make you be able to punish him a bit more. Take notes if you see Ed ever do this, he has a bit more recovery. So I think that's not too bad. It's very interesting that they changed that out of all the things. Level 1, the size of the body hurt box is extended frame 1 through 5. I think they want you to punch him more on this. Or maybe he what is it? Maybe he just goes out forward. I don't know. Yeah, very interesting that they changed that. But other than that, Luke is still Luke. There's nothing else to say. This is like low 4 drive rush. This is strong. This is strong. Still got really good anti-air. Still got really good damage. Like, bro, this is still a thing. You know, he still has the same thing. Luke is still the same, no matter what. Jamie, chat. I know all of you, the Jamie brothers, are so eating. Yo, Jamie players, you guys are eating. You guys are eating. The 4 throw has an added follow-up that raises your drink level. Look, this is you when you don't have your hands on the stick. You just let the throw rock. Now, if you hold, I believe, punch or kick, It'll drink, and you're +7. So you really don't get much Oki neutral wise, but you get a drink for a throw, which I think is very good because now as a Jamie player, your whole thing is like, all right, do I want to get drunk or do I want to just stay where I'm at? And now with this, you can get drinks from a simplistic thing. You don't have to do all this, you know, Rekka, all this stuff. Don't have to do all that. Simply throw and drink. And the cool thing about this is that, let's say, and people have laughed this so far, let's say you're level 3 drink and you have him in the corner. You get a meaty. You get a meaty after this. So if you're low on drive gauge and you have them in the corner and you're level 4, you can drink and still get a meaty. I think this is pretty nice for Jamie overall. You know, he has a little bit more ways to get drinks, and I think it's overall a good change. Level 1, the damage of the normal version has been changed from 21 to 2200. The damage on the follow-up has changed from 750 to 1850. Pushback on hit is no longer applied when this move lands on an opponent in a corner. Will now down an opponent for 5 frames longer than before. I did not notice this, but I guess he got some normal stuff. So now, if I go, actually, let me do regular Jamie. But essentially, this does 100 more damage, I believe. So that's pretty nice for Jamie. He gets a little bit more damage, and I believe if you do this, yeah, you're pretty. It's pretty nice to have them on the floor for 5 frames faster, because that guarantees pretty much like you actually can do something. Level 2. If the drink level has been raised prior to activation of this move, the drink level will now return to the value of this move ends. And I did level 2, so I'm just going ham. And then I just let it chill. Go back to straight to 2 drinks. This is pretty nice. I think you guys are gonna see way less Jamie players go for this super a lot and go for this. Wait, what is it? This a lot? I think you'll see way more of that. Because if they're in level 3 and then they get level 2, I'm gonna go straight to level 2, because at least I have drinks afterwards I can work around. So I think that's a buff that every Jamie player wanted, and I agree with that buff. So I think you'll see a lot more Jamie level 2 in general against Jamie players. So that's quite nice. Jamie is up in buffs. He looks like he is eating quite well, you know. Now, will this change his placement on the tier list? I don't know. Probably give some time to figure out, and you know, we'll figure out that. Sure, you can change the first hit's effect from a knockback to a blowback. Huh. Do it right at the edge of the ring and only ever give you 1 hit. Okay, okay, that's not bad. Solar Plexus. The presenting block section hitbox is extended at the edge of attack's hitbox between frames 2 and 18. Note if the opponent is in direction away from you while in the proximity block, then they will block rather than move away from you. Light High Shokeki. Block has been decreased. The knockback on block 1 burnout has been increased. And the distance covered between the end of the active frames and end of recovery frames is decreased. This, safe. So he could do this on you. Essentially, he can almost take a bar away from you if he does heavy. He definitely is like pretty overall not too bad. Now, he's kind of like, what is it? Rashid Cyclone stuff, where like, you know, well, Rashid doesn't necessarily has like a safe Cyclone. He has like spaced out one or negative ones or plus, but at least he gets like, you know, something Hashigeki safe. And then of course, with it being -3, and you know, if people do math, you know, math is not, it's hard for people, but this +1. So now he can probably do this. You could probably mix up stuff like that. He can. That is an actual legitimate thing. That's pretty nice. Mito Hashigeki, the attack box has been expanded forward. The projectile clash hitbox has been extended forward. I'm assuming this is kind of just like it like can clash with stuff way more. Heavy Hashigeki, the knockback on block has been decreased. Attack hitbox has been expanded. Projectile clash hitbox has been extended. The distance covered between the end of active frames and recovery frames has been decreased. So I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure you were in throw range before, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, you weren't. but it seems like he has you weren't? Oh, this is nice. Then that's good for Ryu. Ryu actually got, like, you know, some mix-ups with his block strings. Okay, so they actually gave it to him where, like, you know, he can use the Hashogeki to establish throw pressure and everything. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Ryu doesn't really have much sauce in this game. So the fact that, you know, they gave him something, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Overdrive Hashogeki, I think the same thing. So they kind of, with Hashogekis, they just change them so that way they're closer to you. The damage of the overdrive version has been changed from 600 to 1,000. All right, let's talk about this. Well, let's just, bro, 600 to 1,000. That's a good buff. That's a good damage change. But like all these, bro, all these are about to be hitting harder. He's about to hit harder with this, so he could do, you know, I don't know. But I think this thing is kick, so it's like, I don't know. I can't do it, but I'm gonna just do raw super, for example. Like this technically is more damage by default. Yeah. That's the overall net buff, fairly sure. Hadouken, size of the hurtbox around the arms been reduced. So I saw some clips about this. Yeah, I think it's like this. He's less likely to get hit out of his fireball, kind of like with EXDP. Essentially, this kind of helps buff his like zoning, so that way you don't hit him accidentally. So this is 68% mid screen with what, Dungeon? A. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, chat, look at this. Imagine you got hit like that, bro. Just a roundhouse snuffed. Level 1, size of hurtbox around the arms have been reduced. Okay, so they actually changed something else. Okay. Alright, guys, let's go into one of the blondes. We dealt with one blonde, let's do another one. Standing light punch. The size of the arm hurtbox was extended frames 2 through 6, and the size of the arm hurtbox between 7 and 8 has been decreased. Essentially, they're saying, like, I'm assuming, like, the beginning of the move, you can hit them a bit more. And so I think when they try and do this, you should be able to hit them, I believe, on paper more. You may still get driver's jab. You may still get driver's jab, but, you know, they're trying to be like, hey, you can stop this a little bit. Forward throw has been adjusted so that if a throw connects an opponent in some quarter distance, some distance will be placed after the throw finishes. So they essentially kind of tone down his throw loop. He's not close to you. He's not close to you at all. Now, what they didn't say is that, can you still throw loop? And the answer may surprise you. It still doesn't change the fact that he can throw loop. He's still doing his game plan. Aerial Tatsumaki. The landing requirements from this attack has been back 7 frames. The collision push box has been adjusted to make it more difficult for opponents to jump over this move. This really, like, if the first hit I think kind of doesn't go behind the opponent, he just won't go behind the opponent at all. This may happen a lot, where he whiffs it, and that may happen. Very weird that they changed this. I don't know why they changed this. Zangief. All right. Double lariat EX. Adjusted so that the second attack hits opponent not in the air 1 frame earlier. Adjusted so that the second attack knocks down the opponent for an additional 1 frame if it hits when they're not in the air. Adjust the hit reaction so that the first attack when it hits the opponent not in the air, so that it's possible for level 3 to connect. Yeah, you can do this now. Basically, you can do that. He can do EX Lariat into level 3 now. So it's a nice change. Level 1, the hitbox has been extended downward. This, I think this is supposed to be better. So sometimes I think this is a randomly whiff. Level 2, expand the collision push box upwards while the screen is dark. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Chun-Li. Standing light punch starts at hurt boxes around the arms and legs between frames 2 and 8 have been expanded, and now light air legs has a scaling value of 20%. I'm assuming they want you to whiff punish it. They're trying to make you whiff punch it a bit more. But this now has like scaling. Deejay. All right. I like how this is the only change about Deejay. People are, yo, listen, any nerf to Deejay, people are eating. So what they did is that, this is Sway, by the way. The knockback on block has been decreased. The size of the hurt box after the actions has been expanded. So basically, you should be able to whiff punish him better, and you should be able to, like, when you're blocking this, he's closer. As you can see, I'm not getting pushed back really. Like, you know how they do this, and they ever do it again, but they're far enough away for your opponent, for your normal to whiff. They're way closer now. As you can see, I'm pretty sure I am still within Ryu throw range. So if I do this, I'm in throw range. Dhalsim, it's just issues. I don't know if people know about this stuff, but I don't really care about Dhalsim. Blanka, you got some modern control changes and some level 3 like fixes. And hot adjust so that this one is greater inertial from drive rush. And level 2, the first and second now have blowback effect when hitting a mid-air opponent. Following attacks now connect easier. What this kind of entails is if you go on item, one of the only Manons out here, basically her thing doesn't drop as much. So if you remember how a lot of Manon players went for this combo, and after here, it would drop. Now it should like for sure connect. JP. Some auto control changes. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Because JP actually got a lot of changes, surprisingly, for a mid-season patch. Stand heavy punch, size of the foot, hurt box during activation has been expanded. It basically, this should on paper be, you should be able to whiff punch this a bit more. Crouch heavy punch. The invincibility to mid-air attacks this move applied to upper body has been removed. I don't know how to feel about that. Let me test this with Juri, because I saw with Luke, and we all know that Luke's jumping is broken. So if Juri can like jump on him, man, because this seems like it's still good. I think this is just like, you know, if you do a late one, you may be able to mess it up, but it still seems like a good anti-air. Maybe if you do it too early, but I don't know. I think that like the showcase that's happening on Twitter just showed that Luke's jumping is broken. Other than that, I think I'm assuming this is like, if you do a really late anti-air, he should either lose or trade. Wait, my man's kind of getting cooked. Yo, wait, why is my man getting cooked by a jump? Wait, maybe okay, maybe I was wrong. Wait, hold on. Yeah, you gotta do this early, bro. He's got to do this. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe, you know, maybe my man ain't eating good. He ain't doing so hot. Amnesia. Yeah, they changed amnesia, guys. They changed amnesia. But essentially this should do way less damage. I can't do this shit, but it has way less damage. Like, it's supposed to do way less damage. Yeah, okay. This is actually a change. If you guys saw my meter, look at my super meter on the bottom left. I am not building meter. I am not building no super meter at all. I got from the amnesia. That's it. I get no meter. No. Overall, JP definitely got touched. I'm not even gonna say he's not the same villain as he once was. Rashid, my homie, my buzzer. This is my buzzer. All right. Fixed initial performing certain techniques after wall jump will not put Rashid into forced knockdown, so they're fixing his forced knockdown. Standing light punch change. This seems like a lot. This seems like a very common thing that they're doing. Standing light punch seems like very common change they're doing to characters. I think they want you to whiff punish them, but you know, someone was probably like are annoying to whiff punish. But this should have a bit more, be able to more whiff punish it if it whiffs. OD spinning mixer. Third attack is now invincible to mid-air attacks until the end of its active frames. So I believe this is kind of like the you know, when it's like up in the air, it should be able to like actually hit them. You know, shouldn't be able to he actually should be able to EX spinning mixer, and it shouldn't just lose. And level 2, fixed neutral roar when displays intended when lingering its final stage. So this is a big change, or not, this is not say a big change, but it was a weird one that they didn't change ever. I don't know why they didn't change it. Basically, what it would do is that it would show that it was not, it was just lingering, where it would just be like, oh, you know, it's in the final area, so he could only do like enhanced special moves. But then actually there'd be a secret like 4th or 5th hit, and people are like, wait, it's still in? And Rashid players would do stand fears, kick the whirlwind shot, and it would like recycle the hits. So I think they changed it so that way you don't get that. All right, last one, A.K.I. So they actually kind of touched on A.K.I. Standing medium punch, the number of active frames for this has been just from 3 to 5 frames, which overall is very good. This is 5 frames active, so, and if you see how like low key I'm kind of canceling kind of late, she's able to do this now. So actually she kind of got buffed a good amount to do this stuff, so now she can, like, you know, like late cancel this almost. And I believe the big thing was that she could punish like step kick and other stuff, so she actually has more range overall. So pretty nice change. I would say that's pretty good for her. Battle settings, and now it's possible to select a search range for matchmaking. Oh yeah. So now if you look at this, the set range, I can limit, expand it, or worldwide. Essentially, I can go apeshit and just match up with people worldwide. And I can probably expand it, hopefully means maybe across the country. I could try. But now with this, I can actually try and like play against more people. So I'm hoping this works, and that expanded will indicate that I can play randomly West Coast people, and it'll be like, you know, maybe 100 MS, maybe 90 MS, but it'll still be pretty solid. That's pretty good for us. Hopefully that helps the idea of playing ranked whenever, and we don't play the exact same 3 people over again. Maybe why would give me more so a UK connection, because I can deal with that. But who knows? That's kind of like the patch notes of the game. If I'm making a missional tier list, let's just do this guy this way. Let's get this out of the way. I'm probably gonna probably like change some shit up here and there, but I think Jamie may get bumped up here. Ryu is probably a bit better. This isn't ordered or anything like that, but I still think JP is still strong, Luke is still strong, Ken is still good, DJ is still good, Sway is still Sway. Ryu got good changes, Jamie got good changes. Hopefully we'll see more of them. But everyone else who didn't get changed kind of just stood the same. Let me know what you guys think on YouTube, especially about this, you know, for when the video comes out. You know, who do you guys think eating good? Who do you guys think is gonna suffer? Do you still think Luke is gonna just white boy jumping people? Kind of change for below. I call it 1.5. I'm gonna call it 1.5 until someone corrects me, because I think this is our 1.5 patch until season 2. So, yeah.